Hi everyone, I'm Liz and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. Hi Ben!
The pool.
I see the pool too. Hi!
Hey.
What are we doing? Are we at Molly's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're looking at the pool?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a good water in that.
Yeah, in the summer do we swim in that pool?
Yeah. Ow.
Did you bump your booty?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is my widow's hair.
Yeah?
This is the widow's hair.
It is a little chair. You gonna sit in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fit.
That does fit. It's a perfect chair for Benny.
Yeah, I'm little.
You are little.
Wait. I can't turn down there.
Uh-huh. Welcome to Saturday. I'm here with Benny hanging out on my aunt's patio. It is a beautiful 70-degree day. And yeah? We're enjoying the sunshine. I thought I would kick this vlog off this weekend because I have a full week off of work and I have a lot of crafting plans and things.
Look, airplane.
Oh, it is an airplane. Okay, so I'm at my aunt's house. We're just doing a little casual family lunch. And she told us to come upstairs and grab a pumpkin. She had some of my grandmother's clothes, her sweaters, turned into pumpkins. And it's like making me a little bit emotional for, I don't know, I didn't expect that. My grandmother has been gone since 2007, I believe. So it's been a long time, but oh my gosh, let me show you these. This is just so sweet. She had my grandmother's sweaters and clothes that are like fall turned into these little pumpkins, and we all get to pick a couple to take home, and I'm gonna grab these too, but I mean, this is just the sweetest thing. Oh my gosh, thank you, Aunt Molly. Hi, Benny.
I have watched. I'm on my.
Oh my god. It's like a full queen size. Oh, it looks so good.
Liz, will you take a?
Yeah.
She's famous.
Uh-huh.
She is, and Sissy is too. She gets recognition at the airport for being on Elizabeth's. Yeah, it's just a
It's super soft too. It's like a sateen backing. You know, like.
No, she's made several quilts. We're breaking out all of the quilts.
We have a very creative family. Allison, what do you do?
Everyone has to see this quilt.
Very cute. They come out very high quality.
Okay, well, hi guys. I tried to intro this video earlier, but I was very distracted by Benny. We went over to my aunt's house for lunch earlier for just a quick little get together, and it was very fun, very loud. I know I filmed some stuff, but anyways, I decided let me wait till I get back home to start really talking to you guys. Hi, it's Saturday. My first day off of a whole week, and I need it so bad. I was in the San Jose area for work last week, and it was, you know, a pretty stressful work week with all day meetings and just a lot going on. And so Thursday night when I was ready to fly home, I was ready to fly home. And then my flight got delayed 2 hours, so I got home in the literal middle of the night, Thursday night, Friday morning. Oh, then worked all day yesterday. Finally got some good sleep last night, and I'm feeling like a human who is excited to get some crafting done this weekend, this week. Yeah, I'm excited to be home. I had thought that I would try and do a little bit of a like what I craft in a week vlog last week on my trip, but turns out I barely did anything. I was just so tired by the time I got back to my hotel room at night that I did maybe a few rounds of knitting on my sister's sock or my sweater that I brought, and then I was out like a light, you know, by 10 most nights. So yeah, I just thought I would catch you up on the crafting that has happened in the last week or so since I sat down and did a video. And I thought I would just vlog this weekend because I just have a lot of fun projects that I want to be working on, and I don't know. That's just the plan. It's just going to be kind of a hybrid video. I am going to show you a bunch of stuff, so it's kind of like my normal video, but it's also going to be a vlog. I'm over explaining at this point, but yeah, let me show you what I've got. The main project that I worked on while I was on my trip was my sister's socks. And oh my gosh. No. Oh, I dropped stitches. Why? Somehow in my bag. Oh no. All right, well, let me fix this and then I'll tell you about the socks. Okay, I think I was literally mid-row when I needed to board my flight on Thursday night. And so I put this in my bag mid-row and just dropped a few stitches, but I've picked them all up. So now I'm just going to work to the end of my row so that I can safely show you this sock. This pattern is a Summer Lee pattern called the Hello Sailor Sock Set. I'll put the pattern info up here. And I have one of the socks done, and I am about maybe 5 or 6 rows from the toe of the second sock that I have here. So I want these done by Thursday, by Thanksgiving, because that's when my sister's birthday is, and these are a birthday gift for her. So that was one of the reasons I brought these on the trip, so I could get them finished up. And I really thought I would have these finished like by the second day of my trip, but that didn't happen. Okay, let me show you the finished socks. You know what they're gonna look like. So cute. And then here is the second sock, and I was up here at this first yellow marker, so I did get most of the foot knit on my trip, but yeah, I just need a few more rows and then I need to put the toe on, and then I'll have my sister's socks all done. This is just a superwash merino nylon sock yarn from Hedgehog Fibers. I think it's the color Mulberry, and I love it. So that was what got most of the work. And then the only other project I took with me on that trip was my Alpine Bloom sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And that is because I have been procrastinating on knitting the body because it's just not my favorite type of gauge. I've explained it in other videos, I won't drone on, but it's just a little bit tighter of a knit than I like. So I'm having to kind of force myself to like plug away at this because I really want this sweater done. Let me lower this camera a little bit. Is that better? Yeah. So yeah, I've basically got, I think, a couple of inches or maybe only an inch of progress. So this is where it was last time I showed it to you. So maybe about 1.5 inches, really. So, you know, not amazing progress, but progress is progress. And this is beautiful and I really want it done. It's just, you know, it's at the boring part now and it's not my favorite gauge. So it's just not the most fun thing I have to work on. And so I brought it with me in hopes that it would force me to work on this a bunch, and I did a little bit. But anyways, this is gonna stay out next to my couch this week, and hopefully I can just keep putting a few rows on it every day until I get this body done. Oh, I think, did I mention that I'm knitting this with Sincere Sheep Cormo Sport in the color Sakura? That's my main color, my main purple. And then my spin cycle is Dyed in the Wool Straw Baby. And as always, I will link my Ravelry project pages down below, and any of my like cross stitch quilting projects, I'll always put those details down in this description box, so you can always check there. And if you don't see something listed, leave me a comment and let me know. Okay, so that's what I took on my trip. And then the last weekend before I left, I did do some more work on my stripe pipe sweater by Kika. So let me show you where that's at. I don't think I put a progress keeper in here. I'm sure I have a picture of what it looked like last time I would have shown it to you maybe. But I do know that I finished up my second stripe color and got started on my third stripe color. So this is a DK weight sweater pattern by Kika or Veronica Lindbergh. And I have made this sweater before, and I am making it again with a few friends as a little bit of a knit along. And this has been the main thing that I've been wanting to work on because it's just so fun and addictive to knit. And I love seeing all the colors come together. I was really, really excited to get this third color on. I actually really want to try this on again now that I have a little bit more body length added on. So maybe at some point this weekend I will, actually there's several sweaters in kind of a similar spot that I want to try on. So I think maybe later on in this vlog, we'll do a little whip try on or something. So yeah, I am knitting this all with Superwash Merino DK weight yarn, all hand dyed from various dyers. I've got everything linked in my Ravelry, and yeah. I'm knitting the size large from the pattern, and I love it. I'm getting gauge. Well, I get stitch gauge. My row gauge is always off, but I'm getting the 20 stitches per inch, and I'm really, really excited about how this is turning out, even though it is a little bit bright and crazy. And you know, it's only gonna get crazier because I'm adding orange and purple to it. This is what the mock-up looks like, but yeah. It's very fun. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep knitting myself clown sweaters. Yeah, okay, so that is the stripe pipe. And then one other knitting project I made a little bit of progress on. I'll go ahead and show you. Okay, and so the next project is my Traveler hoodie by Andrea Mowry. And this is another one I really want to make some progress on soon. I've only knit about an inch or two since the last time I showed this. And I mean, I feel like it looks the same every time I hold it up because I have not yet split for the front and the back. So it still just looks like, you know, a little tube top basically. But, you know, I'm trying to get it up to the underarm so that I can do the front and the back. And I am really almost there. Oh gosh, I'm losing stitches. I'm losing stitches again. Anyways, so I'm really, really close. I just need, I think, a couple more repeats. I was hoping maybe one more repeat, but it might be a couple more. This pattern does grow a lot in length, but I am a tall lady with a long torso. And so I really want to make sure I have the right length on this because knitting bottom up is just a little more iffy in terms of making sure you have the length you want exactly right. So yeah, this one I am doing with just a Superwash Merino hand-dyed sport weight yarn from Woolberry Fiber Co. from her You've Got Mail collection in this really pretty brownie gray color that I felt like would be, you know, a good neutral that wasn't just like a standard heathered gray. And I really want this done sometime in the next month or so. So I really want to make this one a focus. I want everything done. I want everything to be a focus. But yeah, anyways, I also really want to try this one on at some point in this vlog. So I'll put this one aside for the try on party. I want to try on my Alpine Bloom again. Yeah, we'll do a little try on party later. I need to wind up another ball of this sport weight yarn because I'm about to finish my second and I want to go ahead and get the third skein ready to use. Okay, those are the knitting whip updates for now. I did also pull this Christmas sock set down that I got last year, and I almost wound it up to bring on my trip, and I'm glad I didn't because I did not have as much time or energy to knit in the evenings as I thought I would, but I really, really want to cast on some new Christmas socks. But the problem is I still have an in-progress pair of Christmas socks from last year that's not done. So the responsible thing to do would be to finish those before I cast on another pair. But this yarn, this is Log Cabin Fiber Co. And I have bought her yarn several times before. I get it on Etsy. I think she's a Canadian dyer. It's my favorite sock yarn. It is the softest, squishiest, most plush. I love, love, love this sock yarn. And so I've made a couple of pairs for myself and a pair for my sister out of this base. And I really want to make myself some Christmas socks out of it. So this is her Christmas berry set. And it is an 80/20 superwash merino, wool, and nylon. And it doesn't say if it's it looks like a 2-ply. I think the plush is normally like a 2-ply, but it is just gorgeous. And I love that the white is the little accent color, like the little speckled white. And so I want to start a pair of socks with these. I don't think I had any other point to showing this to you other than that I really want to start a pair of socks, and I'm trying to talk myself out of it because I already have so many sock whips that should get finished first. Who knows? Okay, what else can I show you while I'm sitting here? How about this? Last week I published a new cross stitch finishing tutorial all about this little piece right here, which is a cross stitch I did a couple of years ago. It's by Brenda Gervais, and it was a free design. It was called the Merry and Minty Sal, S-A-L, stitch along. And she offered this for free on her Facebook page. I have Googled, it's still there. I will link it for you. And it has just been sitting in a box of finishes waiting to become, you know, a finished object. And so, yeah, I decided to film a little tutorial on how I mount things to wooden boards. So this is a little, I think it's called a nibble board. It's just a tiny mini cheese board or little decor piece. And it was the perfect size for this finish. So yeah, in case you missed it, I will link my tutorial down below for this. So other than that though, I haven't cross-stitched anything in about a week and a half because I didn't bring any cross stitch with me on my trip. I just brought knitting. So yeah, that's cross stitch. And then I have been doing a little bit of sewing before I left. I told you guys that I wanted to make a replacement for my interchangeable needle case. This is my ChalGoo interchangeable set with all of its various parts and pieces. And I started working on like a prototype. Yeah, I basically started working on a rough draft version. I had some quilted fabric, soft and stable, left over from my All the Things tote bag that I made a few weeks ago. And so with the scraps, I basically started mocking up a design for a little zipper case, and it's so cute. So I put a little handle on the outside of it. On the inside, you can see I did 2 rows of knitting needle slots here to mimic my ChalGoo case. And then on this side, I just did 1 set. And the next thing I need to do is figure out how I want to add an exterior pocket that mimics, you know, this little zipper pocket. And yeah, I think I have an idea of how I want to do that. I just haven't done it yet. And then, you know, I have my little handle if I want to carry it. And then the last step would be to add a zipper all the way around to enclose it and then like bind the edges. I don't really have the right color, like the ideal color zipper, but this is kind of a prototype. And I say that and it'll probably be what I end up using for years before I make myself another. But this is like the prototype, so I know the sizes and dimensions so that I can write up a pattern and like make a full tutorial for you guys. But yeah, so I have this little purple zipper. So even though it's like, you know, I'd rather have like a pink or a red one or whatever, but I think I'll use this purple zipper. So this is kind of on my list of things that I want to work on this weekend or this week, really. So cute. Yeah, so more to come on this. I will definitely do a tutorial for this at some point whenever I have nailed down the design and am confident, you know, in my instructions. Okay, the other project that's on my list for this week is to make a quilted coat. So I want to make the patchwork chore coat, and I bought the pattern. I got it printed. I ordered some fabric. I have a quilting appointment set for Wednesday. So I'm very excited. So I do need to do some prep work before I can go quilt all my fabrics together for the coat. So I think that's another task that's going to get done this weekend. But I just thought I'd show you what I got. Like what all supplies and fabrics I've ordered so far for this project. So the first thing I did was I went to tapefreepatterns.com, which is a pattern printing service. It's actually based here in Texas, and somebody suggested them to me when I was complaining about having to print clothes patterns and tape them together. Apparently, there are all kinds of online services who will create or who will take your PDF sewing patterns and print them for you on big giant sheets of paper, so that, like the company says, you're not taping together individual printer sheets to then cut out your pattern. Tape-free patterns. So anyways, this is a service I've used a couple of times before and love. And I had my patchwork chore coat printed out for me and printed on these big giant sheets of paper. I'm not going to open it all the way up, but you can see, you know, it's on one big giant sheet of paper, so that basically I don't have to do that work myself. I just have to cut it out and use it. And I love that they come in these big like folders so that I can store all the pattern pieces back in here and use them again later. I did this when I made that dress pattern. Forgetting the name of the dress, but I made a dress sometime in the spring, and I have all of those pattern pieces in the envelope tucked away so that if and when I want to make the jumpsuit or the dress again, I have the pieces. So nice. And it was really only a few dollars. I think it was like $4 or $5 to get this printed, and well worth it in my opinion. So I got my pattern, and then I got my fabrics. All right, let me open these up. I ordered from Cotton Field on Etsy. Super cute. And I decided that since this is kind of my first ever attempt at making a coat, a jacket, or making any type of quilted clothing item, I wanted to make it a little bit easier on myself, and I didn't want to completely piece all of my fabric for the different coat components, just because if something goes wrong, I don't like the fit, I don't like whatever, I don't want to have spent like hours and hours of time piecing together this beautiful patchwork only to then cut it up for the coat and then not like the coat. And so I thought, I still want this project to turn out cute because I'm an optimist and I feel like it's going to turn out cute, but I didn't want to waste all the time piecing just in case, right? So what I decided to do was search for cheater cloth prints, like cheater quilting prints on Etsy. And I found this adorable Ruby Star cheater print. And it's these little tiny 1.5 inch squares, and just super cute little prints. This is from the Sugar Maple line by, I think it's by Alexia Abeg. Yeah. Or Abeg. Sugar Maple. I'll link everything that I can find online still down in the description box. But this is going to be the outside fabric of my quilted coat. And then I bought this as the lining. So this is also from the Sugar Maple line. So it matches perfectly. So for like accents and lining, I have this purple. And then for other little accents, like maybe a pocket, maybe a collar or a cuff, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to lay everything out yet, but I got this little yellow as an accent to go with these. And then I also got this panel that is from the same Sugar Maple line, but it's these bigger squares, like these kind of bandanas. And so I'm not actually sure. I kind of had the idea that maybe I would use these for the front pockets on the chore coat as like an accent, but I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I just thought it would be fun to have a couple extra accent fabrics besides my like main outside and lining. But basically what I need to do to get this ready for quilting is to read through my pattern and see like how big my panels need to be to cut out all of my pattern pieces. And then I need to basically create little mini quilt tops and matching quilt backing so that I can get all of the pieces quilt at my long arm quilter and cut out and ready for assembling a coat. So that'll probably be in the next week video. I think this video is probably just going to cover the next couple of days, and then I'll make another video showing the rest of the process. But I'm just really excited that all my fabric's here and ready for me to play with. I also got this little fabric just because it was something else in the Cotton Field shop that was adorable. It's not for the coat necessarily, but is this also Ruby Star? It is Ruby Star. Oh, it's from the Juicy collection. I think that's a Melody Miller collection. I just love little hearts, so that just had to come join my stash. That's the coat project that I want to be working on. Oh, and then I did get some cross stitch haul in the mail that I'll show you really quickly. The first thing I got was my Fine Floss Club from the Fat Quarter Shop, which is an NPI silk subscription, and I got the antique brown. Pretty, pretty. And then, oh, it's crinkly. I got my Jingle Ball kit. I bought the Stacy Nash, I'm forgetting the name. I bought the Stacy Nash kit. I talked about this in my last video because basically I bought this whole kit, was so excited about it. Then when she emailed us the PDF version of the chart, so there's a physical chart in here, but when she emailed us the PDF version, I got so excited and forgot that I had literally bought the fabric, floss, threads, like everything to stitch it and finish it into the sewing book, that I just went into my stash and grabbed fabric and floss and started it, and then was like, what are you doing? You bought a whole kit. I'm not starting over. That project is already in progress. I'm also hoping to work on that later tonight, so I'll bring it out and show it to you. But I did go ahead and get my actual kit, which I'm trying to decide what to do with now because it's so beautiful. And I'm like, should I gift this or give it away? Because I already started on my own fabric and floss. No, I'll probably just put the floss and fabric into my stash and use them for another project, but everything came wrapped so cutely. And then there's this piece of linen that goes on the inside of the booklet somewhere. Then there's the linen for stitching on. And then wrapped inside of it are all of the threads and ribbon that you use for the needle book. There is wool felt that goes in. There's some batting. And then we have our chart and booklet with all of our written instructions that'll go along with the video class that I'm taking at the Jingle Ball. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. I just am mad at myself that I started the project without remembering that I had a kit on the way. I don't know how it happened. Speaking of the Jingle Ball, I had a giveaway in my last video for that, and the winners have been emailed. So thank you all so much for entering, and congrats to my 10 winners of free Jingle Ball tickets. If you would like to get a ticket, there are still tickets available up until the day of Jingle Ball. So I think it's thejingleball.net. I'll have it linked down below. It's a really fun shopping, social cross-stitch event. So, and it's only $10 to get in. So you should go get a ticket. Oh my gosh, I've already been filming for 29 minutes. I don't think this is a vlog anymore. I think this is just a full sit down video, but oh, I don't even know if I talked about, we put up Christmas lights earlier. When we got home from my aunt's house, we decided to start working on the outdoor decor. So I know I took some little clips of that, and I'll have to go back out there once it gets dark and show you what everything looks like when it's all lit up. But yeah, it was very cute. I got home, you know, like 2:30 a.m. on Thursday night, and when we walked in the front door, because Rob did come and get me, I offered to take an Uber, but he came and got me from the airport. And when I came in, the Christmas tree was set up and lit up, and he had Christmas sheets on the bed, and oh, I loved it. The only problem is that somehow in the last year since we used our Christmas tree, it is a pre-lit artificial tree where you, like, you know, it's like in 3 pieces and you kind of stick them together and you plug the lights in and whatever. Well, the middle section lights are burnt out. So the only other extra set of lights we had were multicolored. So we have like clear, multi-clear on our tree, and it looks so silly. So we do need to go get another clear set of lights for this year to replace that middle section. And then we might just need a new tree, honestly, because last year Jonesy would climb into the lower branches and lay on them and like just, so they're all bent. The tree is not in great shape anymore, and it's only like 5 years old, but it might be time for a new one. So anyways, okay, that's it for now. Yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a little while. Okay, well, while I'm in here, I might try and put this sweater on some tried on tubing. I normally knit on interchangeable circulars, and then it makes it really easy to screw on an extra cord to try things on. But for this project, I already had my size 5 needles in another project, so I am using my fixed circulars, so I can't just slide an extra cable in there. So I do have this tried on tubing, which is just hollow. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just like hollow tubing. I've never really been able to make it work well for me, but I'm gonna try it. I feel like I should be able to make this work. And so what I understand is you just slide the end onto your needle and you just shove it in there. And then you're supposed to just be able to slide your stitches. Why do I feel like this doesn't want to work at all? How do you do this? It doesn't want to go over the edge. What am I doing wrong here? I don't understand. Hold on. Maybe I'm coming at it from the wrong side. See, it's like getting hung up right here. How am I supposed to pull these stitches off? One at a time? Oh my God. Guys, how, people who like try it on tubing, why, how? Oh wait, maybe if I just shove a bunch at once, they'll slide over? This doesn't feel fun at all. I need to just knit everything on my interchangeables so I can just screw an extra cable in and then it slides so easy. Oh, maybe it's because I'm knitting, maybe because this is a sport weight, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Shoot. I feel like this tubing is the same size as my needles, so maybe that's why my needles, or my stitches aren't sliding very easily. Dang it. Well, I've gone too far now to turn back. This is gonna take forever. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Ugh. I swear, I get so many comments from people being like, try it on tubing. It's so quick. Please tell me how it's so quick. I don't understand how to use it right, I don't think. Maybe this only works for like DK or worsted weight. Maybe this is not meant for sport weight. So basically I have half my sweater on a needle and half on this dang tubing. I don't want to try it on. I don't think it matters which way is the front and which way is the back. Okay, I mean, it looks hilariously short. Well, this is definitely coming out bigger width-wise than I thought it was. So my belly button is here. So So yeah, I probably need 1 or 2 more repeats before I can split for the front and back. I hate knitting sweaters from the bottom up because they're so awkward to try on. Look at that. Oh man, okay. Look how big it is. Oh, I'm worried about it. Sister gym date time. Sarah, come get in here. Sisters. Woohoo! Let's go work out on a Sunday. Yeah, I know, for real. Sunday. Hi. Look at these skinny bitches. Obviously, I won't include that clip. The after shot. We did it! Yay, we're sweaty. Yay, sweaty daddies. When all the merch at your smoothie place is too cute. Way too cute. Well, hey guys, welcome to Sunday evening. Yeah, I don't think I've done a very good job vlogging this weekend, but I know I captured some stuff and I thought I'd come back and show you what else I've been working on this weekend in between all of the family time, shopping, and non-crafty stuff. I have been crafting. I just haven't been good at filming it, but let me show you what I've been working on. I pulled back out my Stacy Nash Jingle Ball class pattern. I'll put the details right here. And here's where I've gotten. It's so cute. I'm pretty sure yesterday I talked about the fact that I got the kit, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. And I was going to show you guys the different fabrics, or like the difference in fabric. I just picked out of my stash because I forgot that I bought a kit. So I'm using Mayflower Mocha, and then called for is super pretty. It's by Needle Bling Designs, but you can see it's actually pretty significantly darker, which makes sense because the called for white is a color called Linen by Weeks Dye Works, and it was not showing up on my Mayflower Mocha at all. So I actually switched to Weeks Dye Works Grit or Grits. But yeah, super pretty fabric, but I'll have to use it for another project. But otherwise, I have all my finishing supplies and everything ready to go. I just need to finish the stitching. Jingle Ball is next weekend, I think. So I'm not gonna have this done by Jingle Ball, but it'll still be fun to stitch on while I watch the Stacy Nash class, and then I'll have all the instructions for when I do want to finish mine. But yeah, this is super cute. If I was going to stitch both front and back, like the whole entire chart, I'm about 15% complete. But if I'm only going to stitch this side of it, then I'm like 30% complete. So anyways, it's very cute. And I've been enjoying working on it today. The other thing that I got done last night and today was I finished my sister's second sock. I just need to do the Kitchener stitch to finish the toe and weave in all my little ends, but I had my little interchangeable set back here, and that's where I keep all of my like tapestry needles and things. So yeah, I came back here to film a little segment to get my yarn needles, sew up the toe, get all the ends woven in. I think I already wove in all my ends. Yeah, I was a good girl. I wove in all the ends on the first one, so yay. My sister is gonna get a pair of socks this week. I'll show them to you when they're finished. Don't worry. I also had a little bit of happy mail that came today that I thought I would show you guys. And this is a Knitter's Almanac. It is so pretty. The author or the creator of this knitting journal, the Stitching Cabin, she reached out to me over email and asked if she could send me a copy of her new knitting journal. And yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. The 2025 Knitter's Almanac is the ultimate companion for knitting and crochet enthusiasts. So it's just a nice little calendar, planner, and tracker for your projects. And if you are a person who likes to plan via paper, this seems like a really, really nice option. I have become fully digital. I used to love paper planning. Like I'm looking right here on my bookshelf over here at kind of some old paper planners that I used to keep. But ever since about 2016, 2017, I've kind of gone fully digital with all of my tracking and planning. But yeah, if you're a fan of paper planning, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous book, and I'll have a link to it down in my description box. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna leave this little episode for the weekend. I have got a lot of fun plans coming up starting tomorrow, really. A lot of things I've already talked to you about, mainly working on my quilted coat. That is top of the priority list, as well as all kinds of family gatherings for the rest of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep vlogging while I have this time off work and just see where these videos take me. I do want to do some kind of Vlogmas, Christmassy something starting next week, and I don't really have it fully formed and planned in my head, but I will be doing Vlogmas. I will be putting up videos. You know, at a bare minimum, you'll get a weekly video in December from me. I'm hoping I can put up 2 a week, but you know, it's a busy time of year. Work is stressful. I feel like that's all I ever say anymore. So yeah, but I'm really, really excited for the holiday season. You know, we started putting up our decorations this week and just getting ultra cozy. I want to start my Christmas socks, even though I already have another pair in progress. I just want to, I want to knit with this yarn so bad. And I kind of want to do like a little mock cable. Not a real cable, because I do have an in progress pair of cabled socks. And oh, I really don't like using a cable needle. And I know I should figure out how to cable without a cable needle, but one step at a time. And first step might be casting on this pair of socks. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep filming the rest of this week and keep, you know, bringing you crafty goodness in these videos. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Insert record scratch here. I forgot I was going to try on the sweater, and one of the reasons I came back here was to get my interchangeable needle case so that I could try on my Alpine Bloom. So this is just, you know, going to be tacked on to the end of the video, and if you stuck around this far, leave me a little yarn ball emoji, and let's try on the Alpine Bloom real quick. And not with that try it on tubing, which is dead to me. I'm going to try it on my favorite way, which is to get an empty, unused interchangeable cord and a little extender, and then it goes on so fast. So much easier than that tubing. But anyways, I don't know why I'm so mad at that tubing. I just really wanted it to work because I feel like people love it, and I don't understand why I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this tiny little piece here that's just, how do I show it without dropping it? So I'm going to use this tiny little adapter. So I'm going to take my sweater project. I'm going to pull one of the needles, kind of, you know, pull the stitches down so I have some space to work. I'm going to untwist the needle. I'm going to add in my little double-ended adapter. And then I'm going to add on an extra cord so that I have enough space for all the stitches to slide around so I can try it on. Okay, so here is my little adapter. I'm just gonna screw in another cord. Okay, so now I've got this super long cord attached, and I can just let all of the stitches relax. And to make sure I don't lose any stitches off this end, which I still have plenty of cord, I'm just gonna put my needle tip down here just in case. And now we can try it on. Okay, let's go look in the mirror. Okay, oh, it's looking so good. And I think I like the fit. Obviously this is kind of like the smallest part of my waist. So I've got maybe maybe 2 inches of ease in the bust, and then maybe a couple extra around my waist. But I think by the time I get down, my belly button's about here, and do the ribbing, I think it's gonna be a really nice, slightly relaxed, but not oversized fit. Yeah. Oh, it's looking so good. Okay, I just need to keep chugging along on this one. Yay. Okay, well, that's just a little bonus if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Okay, for real. I'll see you next week.